Hello? Okay. Hello? Okay. Medyas. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Off ko lang to kasi ayaw na rin boss ko. Okay. Woo! So, tapos ko na yung... So, ano ba yun? Tutorial ni Brakis. Ano yun? 7? Uy, gagawin ako na. 7 something? 8 videos, I think. So, finished the whole thing until classes. I did classes yesterday, last night I mean. Okay naman so far. I've kind of get the point of it. You got fields, constructors, constructors. Then you got methods in a class. Put value, input value again, and then you got methods you can use. Hell yeah, okay. So, apply na natin siya lahat. This one's gonna be big. Okay, hold up. Okay, I'm back. Ano ba to? Yes, this one I've actually asked ChatGPT this last time. And I think I did good. I know basic syntax, variables. I think I know some operators. This one is... Oh, shit. Oh, takes a reminders. Yes. This is a, ano- it's a double meaning thing if you have something. Something. Yeah, I understand. I just don't know what's it called. This less than greater than less and or. I don't use this particularly for now. I just don't have anything that I don't know. I just don't know how to apply it for now. But yeah, we'll get into that, sure. Can you use input? Yes, I know in Python. Too. Sure. If else statements. Yep, I know how to make if else statements. Switches a bit complicated, but it's nice to know. Yeah, true. Arrays. Yeah, we know how to make arrays. Joining, length, indexing. I know how to make index strings, but I don't know how else. I don't know what functions, methods. Yeah, we can make my own parameters and functions. Defining and calling. Oh, okay. What's that? I'll get into that later. But I don't know how to make a function. Basically, I did make these word counter, a calculator, rock paper scissors, number guessing game. I did make that instead of panicking. I do read error messages, but sometimes I direct it to ChatGPT. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a good habit or not, but let's go from there for now. Googling docs. What? Searching. Googling docs. Stack Overflow. I actually haven't gone to Stack Overflow yet. I don't know. Oh, you ask questions. Maybe my situations are a bit on the surface, so I don't really need to ask Stack Overflow for it for now. Maybe. Is my interest though? What's happening here? No, it's fine. What the hell? It's not. Ano? Di siya nag-load. What's happening here? I don't know. Okay. If you're point amount you're on track, you don't need to know advanced stuff like oh I need to know, maybe OOP. By frameworks, I want to make something with a interface. I guess I'm getting bored and looking at this fucking terminal doing the stuff that I make. I need to make something that has a interface, like a literal interface itself, because it's getting tired looking at this terminal for a while now. And that's gonna be a different cause. But I think what they use for C sharp, I've seen the other one um use in SAS in C sharp to make interfaces. I actually don't know. I'm just really curious because I want to make an app. Not an app. Maybe an app. Maybe. Let's call it maybe an app.
Hello and welcome to
Oh,
Tutorial
shit.
CU.
Yeah. Let's see.
My name is Yannick, and in this video we will
But for now, I'm gonna make something. I think I said it's a bank account thing. Yeah, I'll do that. It's my big project for C Sharp, maybe.
discover interfaces in C#. Right here I have a clean console application. Use the interface keyword, and for the naming convention you will write
Interface, that's a thing. Wait, it's try actually. No, I don't know. Oh, it is a thing. Wow. Is it a thing? Oh, wow, it's a thing. Wow. Okay.
down whatever you want to create an interface for, and then check out our video on that topic. Now during this video we will talk about 3 different topics. First of all, creation of interfaces and welcome class. They all share
Okay, I'm talking about like an app interface, like this, like a whole app like this. Cause that's what I'm talking about. Maybe it's
some.
different.
We are just create. Once we create additional classes, so one class, all members. You can see that basic part which is popping up right now at the top. Dependency injection interface our head. We can now just take the animal, whichever it is. It doesn't matter. We don't care. Subscribe to our channel, which is a link there. We have it again. We have a net top.
Okay, I think I've misunderstood. I think user interface. I think I mean a user interface. Yeah, a GUI. Here we go. A UI. When will I to make user interfaces or GUI? Am I too fast for this? I don't actually know, or maybe too slow. I mean, I don't care. I just want to make a fucking GUI. There you go. WinForms. There you go. I think there's somebody recommended to me. Wait lang. Nag-ask ako ng ano eh, ng ano, how to do this. And recommended na ano. WinForms ba yun? Let me see. Maybe hold on. Hmm. ASP.NET. ASP.NET. You gotta recommend I should learn ASP.NET. I don't know what the fuck that is, but let's see. You're comfortable using console apps? Yep. Yeah. Are you confident with the basics? Okay. Oh, what the fuck happened here? Holy. Miss me. What the hell happened here? Ano to? ASP.NET Core? Is your thing whoa. This is HTML. Skip to the main content. Um Is my internet that bad right now? I don't know what the fuck is happening. No, it's not. Is that a fake website? Oh shit, don't take my IP, please. What the hell? Why am I saying the HTML? What's happening here? The hell is this? Okay. Is this for real? hell? I have a strong feeling WinForms is gonna be most practical. I don't know. What is that? WinForms. What is
Hey
video?
everyone, my name's Chris. Everything that I write, I just have this paranoia that I'm gonna need it in the future, even if it's like total scrap or just following a tutorial that I read online, and I could just look it up again if I ever needed to. But for some reason, just always brought my code files with me, and old like college homework and those sorts of things. But I was going through those files, seeing what I need to back up, and I found my time writing with C++. I
I'm a C sharp. Oh shit.
work
C++. I do know that you can use C sharp in Unity, so I might give Unity a chance to try maybe. Is he eating?
Hello everyone.
Oh my god.
Which desktop UI should I use? P. We're going to talk about the
I've seen WinForms though. C sharp Windows form application. Using
Hey guys,
Visual-
hey guys, in this video,
Like, I'm just interested. I'm just hooked. I have no intention of trying this for now. I have to make a application, but I'm just hooked.
I'm going to show you. So, and the
This is Visual Studio,
platform
not Visual Studio Code. Or whatever that is. Yeah, Visual Studio.
will option next PS file. So this is the program file where you can resize text to this form app and then press enter. The title has been changed to my all the other from the toolbox. So if you don't window, you tables and other components into my form. So use
That's kind
label.
of cool.
I can change the label text the user to impose that. The anchor is right now just this label, but I don't need window. You can
Can you make a player on here? I don't think so, no. I think if you wanna make like I wanna do like something, you click this thing, you get a player, a video. I don't think that is possible in terms of these forms or something. I think that's more viable in terms of web.
see the text box resizes, right? To click, then
Click me. It's
is
like a
my
virus.
window. It's going to
It's how like some also like cheat engines or like cheat shit that I've seen back then.
um
Look like
just right. I then what happens is when I just make it bigger, this button
mm,
let's say I want to this
how do you add
text
code
box
to it though?
use this text box text and this button created is button 1 create
Oh, what
the
yeah.
message box, for example, right? So just copy this name from here and then select your click me button. Just double click on this button, which is going to create a listener
Oh.
for
Okay, so each button has its code itself.
or your
Okay.
button, right? And then you can see the name of this button created is button
Okay.
1 click listener, right? To take the to
Wow, that's definitely
give
weird.
me the text, whatever I write in the text box, it's going to just take the text and a box. Now I want to show this text into a message box, so I can just use show and plus and then the text variable, which is text. Okay,
Oh, this you made a is this a new object? String text equals text box 1. This box 1 dot text. I don't know. I think you made the variable.
once
or
you are done,
object, I
just
mean.
save your. So I'm going to run my code. The button and the text box resizes according to the size. When I move down Tom here and then I'm going to click on click me button, and it says you entered. To open this message box every, okay, so it's
Okay,
going
that's very interesting.
to open this message box with form application in Visual Studio using C# and create your forms and use your forms in Windows form application.
Okay,
So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.
no, that's fair enough. Start new C# Windows form. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. How do you use C# in a game? Unity, whatever. Nick White, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna watch that later. Just getting a broad idea for now. C#. Let me gonna type C# something. Unity, I mean.
This video is sponsored by Comfortable with Work Programming channel. I also lots of information. Archive button.
Learn C# with these 9
Hey guys, and welcome. This video is sponsored by our incredibly useful to be able to. Once you've specified the protection type of your variable, you then need to.
I used to play a lot of Unity games on Y8. All Unity games. I just think they look cool. They like 3D all the time and stuff. And especially it's made by Unity. I'm gonna expect a lot. It's gonna be 3D. It's gonna be fun to play. I kind of want to make games on C#. I don't know.
Hello there, I'm G.
Let's do this one.
Hello there. Tutorial series will guide you through everything you need to know to be able to use every tutorial.
That just looks like Roblox. UI. I mean, yeah, this literally looks like Roblox UI. You got the down section here. You got the file sizes, Explorer. You have Explorer again. You have like add some elements, and you have the yeah.
While I upload, you'll also find all the scripts and the assets do absolutely nothing as long as you put your mind to it. So, who is this tutorial aimed at? Well, it's going to be aimed at newcomers to the game development world who have
I have no thing for game development. I just want to try it. I think it seems fun.
perhaps just picked up Unity 6 right for them just yet. Tutorial series are built to be future-proof as well as legacy-proof. So this first segment, we'll explore how to get Unity on your PC, we'll explore the hub, and we'll get acquainted with the scripts, create a few things at the moment, but that's okay. And here, you'll see is the hub. Is where you can install different versions of Unity 6 on our machine.
You want the latest one, of
LTS,
course.
long-term support.
Yeah.
At the moment, you can see if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend them at this point in the unit. If you can select any one, or we can click on New Project at the top.
Okay.
If you have multiple versions of Unity installed, 6,
In Python, use Pygame. I think Pygame, yeah.
then you can select any one of these pipelines. For a starter in Unity, the most common pipeline is to use the Universal Game, or perhaps any game within Unity. Pipeline, or High Definition 3D as it's labeled here. Then you select your also connect it to the cloud, and you can use version control. But
You have cloud.
a couple of minutes, you'll be presented. Use the game engine before, you may recognize a lot of this. I would expect you to be at this point. Let's go through some of these tabs and windows and understand what they are and why they are relevant. Here on the left, we'll start with the hierarchy. The hierarchy is a place that you can visibly see what objects you have in your game. For example, game visibly. So you'll see any 3D objects, 2D objects, icons,
Yes, all the elements you have.
If we were to select the main camera, we would see it's the easiest way of doing it. Hold the left mouse button and detach it, and it can be its own floating.
Oh, what the fuck did you do?
These tabs overlay one another, so you
Ah,
can use that
seen.
if its own floating window.
See, this is
Bugs,
basically the player's
We
view
would
or
play-
like the hammer.
it inside the game view. For example, if we wanted to place the game view over here next to hierarchy, we could. So keep in mind that all of these windows on the right hand side, we have something we can
I'm
select
starting to
inside.
get why people use multi monitors for for coding. I just don't get like, why the fuck do you need multiple monitors to code? And now I get it
At the
because
scene-
of this. I've had multiple models before, but like, I didn't enjoy it.
view or hierarchy
It's too hurting my eyes, but I think I might have to do them again.
is known as a game of at least component to any object, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that component is relative. For example, we could attach some physics component, how big it is, where it is, how big it is, rather than your transform. That can be in these three dots down here.
So it just explains to me like the whole
Zero
thing.
much
I mean, it's cool. There you go, Brockies. How to make a video game getting started Unity. Brockies the GOAT all the time.
If you want to make a video game but don't know where to start, this video should help point you in the right direction. Making
Is that early Windows 10? Oh gosh.
whether that be 3D modeling, programming, doing concept art, or sound design. In reality though, most people don't start with a team of professionals, more just a single laptop and some good ideas. That's at least how I got into it. Luckily, over the last few years there's been a big boom in the indie games industry. Now,
The indie games are getting big till this day.
smaller teams or even individuals can make hugely popular runs on what is called a game or play audio. Games such as Half-Life 2, Counter-Strike physics,
games.
graphics quality, of work creating an engine from scratch, or purchase with the sole purpose of people using them to build their games on top. This depends. There are a lot of engines
Yeah,
to
free engines.
choose from, and they each have their strengths
Well, I mean, no, it is free. Unreal is free. I don't. Is Unreal free? I actually don't.
and weaknesses.
I know Unity is free and Source is free.
But here are some of the most popular. Difficult, I find that Game Maker is pretty easy to pick up.
Yeah, Game Maker.
Some examples of games made using Game Maker are Spelunky, Undertale, and
Spelunky, I think. Remember.
Inc.
Undertale.
Game Maker is essentially free, however some features do require you to purchase a license. I don't find most of these too important for beginners, but do note that you can only export to Windows using the free version. Unity,
Mhm.
however, allows you to build games in both 2D and 3D that can be exported to a variety of platforms.
Got it.
Being currently the biggest player when it comes to indie development, Unity has powered games such as Hearthstone, Superhot,
Hearthstone.
and Kerbal Space Program. Unity
Wow.
is also used by a lot of mobile developers. Unreal Engine is probably the most advanced of the three. It's an amazing engine for more experienced developers who are looking to make 3D games, but I wouldn't recommend it as a starting point. It's known for powering some really heavy games like Unreal Tournament, Gears of War, and Arkham Knight. Now,
Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight. Oh my god, sobrang complicated.
some of you might know that I'm a bit biased here. After all, my entire YouTube channel is built around Unity, but I do believe that Unity is the perfect starting point for most developers. This is not because it does everything perfectly, no engine does, but because of its diversity. Unity supports both 2D and 3D games and deploys to both the web, desktop, mobile, and console. Also, when programming in Unity, you can choose between C# and JavaScript, two widely
Oh.
adopted programming languages. So what you learn in Unity can easily be applied to other environments later down the road. That's why I've decided to make a short series on how to teach a bit about everything, so that no matter if you want to become an artist, a level designer, or a programmer, you will hopefully find it useful. So click on the screen now to be taken to the first video once it's out, and that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, consider subscribing. Also, if you want to see more videos like this one, you can. So here's a step-by-step guide on getting started with your first .com. When we're here, we're going. If you're on a Windows, definitely reopen to the default and not the object, so right,
Oh, what the fuck?
and we can readjust its position, and you can see that updating in real time. So right click, go 3D object, and then cube. Again, let's make him a bit. We can adjust different properties to our cube, not object, to interact with
Okay, I want to make a game.
the Unity physics system. To do that, we go out of play mode.
I think that's actually one of my main goals in C#. Because I don't have any practical uses. I don't know how the fuck to use. I don't know what does C# do anything. I just know you can make games out of it. That's all I know. And I will definitely do that. Yes.
And add a
What
new
the fuck do you want? C++ learns Python. It says kill me. What the fuck? Why the fuck did you do that?
component. In our case, we want to add the physics rigid body component.
That's a ragdoll.
Now when we hit play, we should see that our cube falls to the ground, and indeed it
ragdoll.
does. Right now it falls in a bit boring way, so
Physics.
let's try and rotate our cube a bit to make it more interesting. To do that, we switch to the rotation tool. Notice how all of the different tools are up here. Right now we have the move tool selected. We can also shift to rotation, scale, and then this one is for manipulating 2D graphics, which allows you to easily do all of the different things at the same time. You can always switch between these really quickly by using Q, W, E.
That's
In a
cool.
Let's
Shortcuts.
move this one up and between these. So I'm just going to undo that rotation by pressing Ctrl Z, and I'm also going to move him down here. We can also try duplicating him. So
Ctrl+C.
let's press Ctrl D to duplicate, and let's
Control D.
move this one is of course track of where the object on a sphere component and move him. Most exciting thing in the world, but I think it looks pretty simplistic and cool. By the way I just maximized the game view here is something you're going to see me do a lot of times. That's by hitting Shift Space. Finally, to save your game, we can go ahead and hit Control S or Command S if you're on the Mac, or go to File, Save Scenes. Then we need to
I have one question. I've tried to make Roblox games before. Is Lua very close to C#? No, not are both, but they differ significantly in their designs. Statistically type language requiring explicit type declarations for variables. Okay, Lua is dynamically typed, meaning variable types are determined at runtime, can change offering more. Yep, classes, objects, inheritance, while Lua can support OP for tables, but it's fundamentally function. Closure, okay. Web development, game development, Unity. I just know Lua is user Roblox, what is you gotta know? Extensive features. Okay. Different syntaxes. Okay. C# over C++. C++ amazing feature and it's very powerful, but unless you really know what you're doing, you don't take advantage of those features. You have to be able to utilize C#'s capability just to give frame of reference. I mean, my last semester Bachelor of Computer Science, learning graphs more advanced found in C++. The cat in the hat, Latin copy of Latin for no. Oh nga for C++, commonly used for game development. Sobrang complicated. Swiss knife. Ayun nga, Swiss knife is C#, you know. It's very flexible, but I don't know what kind of things I wanna do with it. I don't know. Yeah. It's actually good to learn C#. It's very flexible. I still don't know how to use it, where to use it, like literally. Okay.
to name our scene something, and scenes in Unity are basically just levels, so we'll just go ahead and call this one with it yourself. Of the channel you can
Angry Bird game.
Today we'll get started programming in Unity. I did a
Okay, I
poll
think it's
asking what
just- I just
language
wanna
you
see
guys would
what
like
the
to see,
what
and the
will
results were what to do. It's also created a script file. So if we go back to our player and double click on our player, scary stuff going on here. The thing about learning to program is that at first you're just going to have to ignore most of the stuff that's going on. To clean it up a little bit, we can go ahead and delete the two using tags up here. And really the only thing that you should focus on right now, like just when we says void start and void update, and these are created by Unity automatically. So let's have a look at the start function up here. The neat thing about the start function is that it will run when your game starts. It doesn't matter how many spaces you have, you can really space it out any way you want. You can even put it on separate lines as long as you don't split up a word like this. Let's just try and see if this is working by displaying a message to ourselves. To do that, we write debug.log and make sure to have capital letters the same places that I do, because C# is cap sensitive. Then we open up a parentheses and you can see that it automatically closes one as well. Then in quotation marks we get to write a message. In our case we'll just write something like hello world. Make sure you end this line with a semicolon. You're going to be doing that a lot whenever you write a command. You're going to end it with a semicolon. If we now save this by hitting Control S, you can see that it saves up here. Hit back into Unity and hit play. Nothing is really going to happen in our game view. However, if we go ahead and look at the console here, you can see that it console and see if there's anything scary. New lines, and then write public. Then the name of our component is. Save that and hit back into Unity. We should now see an empty slot here with the name of RB. We can do something like rb.useGravity. We can set that equal to either true or false. In our case, we're going to set it to false, and then of course end with a semicolon.
Wait, you made rigid body RB. You made a public a class. This is a class, right? No, this is not a class. Oh shit. This is a I don't know, maybe it's
So
construction.
save that, be in our back into Visual. and drag it. You can call it on this empty space here, create some new lines, and then write public, then the name of a component. Our component is called rigid body, then the name of the component that we want to modify, in our case rigid body, and now we need to give this reference a name that we'll use internally, so we can call it something like RB for rigid body. If we save that and hit little property, we can also make our rigid body do different things. If we quit playing, go back into Visual, we can also
Wait,
make
did he just
him
fly?
so that the two would collide. You can see just how cool of an effect that already gives us. But this is just editing a tiny little gravity
What did you do?
to either true, that's it. And if we were to duplicate him so that the two would collide, you can see just how cool of an effect
Ooh.
that already gives us. But this is just editing a tiny little property. We can also make our rigid body do different things. If we quit playing, go back into Visual Studio, we can actually add a force to that rigid body. So instead of writing rb.useGravity, let's write rb.add force. And again, we open a parentheses, close a parentheses, and then end with a semicolon. However, you can currently see that this is displaying red. And the reason why is that we need to specify a few things. These are called function arguments. The add force method wants to know how much force it should add in the different directions.
You know, I'm taking a break. I don't know. Should I make this or should I make something new? I don't know. Oh shit. Oh my god. I have time. I only got like an hour. Maybe I could start.
So we could start with
So once I locked in on that, I'm literally not sitting down just like last time. I sit down for like 4 hours straight. I'm literally just coding that thing.
0 on the x-axis. We could do something like 200 on the y and maybe 500 on the z. Notice how I separate each number with a stop playing, head back into via object. That means that whenever the computer draws a new image, and it does this multiple times a second, this function is going to run. So let's again put this on a new line to make things a bit easier to see. And we can then write rb.addForce, just like we did up here. We can input 0 on the x, 0 on the y, and let's try 200 on the z. Again, remember to close it with a semicolon. Let's also take our entire start function up here and remove it. Game currently runs just fine and we get no errors in the console. We do actually have an error in our code. If we stop playing, head back into Visual Studio, we can see that everything looks just fine. But there's one problem, and that is if this method is called once per frame and we add a fixed amount of force each frame, how much force we add over a second is actually going to totally depend on our frame rate. And that means if you have a really good computer that is drawing a bunch of frames a second, the cube is going to travel faster than on a slower computer that doesn't run as many frames per second. And the frame rate can even vary on the same computer if we multiply this value. So if the update is running even out the for now. So if we show you do physics, those confused beginners.
This is only physics.
I spent almost 1 year learning game development with no prior experience, and here is the entire progress in 6 minutes. Always love to bring stories to life, but it's not like that. I was just very bored or very drunk when I came across a random video about Unity on YouTube, and I thought, hey, that could kill some time. The first time I opened up Unity, I was overwhelmed. I didn't know a single thing about making games, so I went where all lost souls go, Bracky's YouTube channel.
The goat.
Copying some code line to line from it, I made a black square with a flashlight that can destroy these enemies when you point the light at them. And oh boy, was I hooked? No, I was like, okay, this sucks. I just rewrite stuff and there are way too many things I would need to learn if I wanted to make games, and none of this makes sense to me, so bye. After several months, my friend who is a programmer and I were playing Among Us, and we thought we should make a hide-and-seek standalone multiplayer game similar to it. A great choice for the first game. I worked on game assets and he did the code, but I think we weren't too invested in the project after the first day, cause we didn't really make much. You could join a lobby, get a cute animal or a killer, hide in bushes and stuff. Game had some animations, but that's it. After losing interest, I gave up on the game development for the second time. In late May, I was very bored or very drunk and decided I want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe that could kill some time, but what my videos should be about? That's right, making video games. So I started working on 2D hack and slash sort of game. Again, I watched a lot of tutorials, but this time I tried to actually understand how it works and why it works the way it does. I remember going to bed and watching some guy writing code for God knows what till like 4 a.m. I remember when I coded my first enemy behavior without following any tutorials. I was
Wow.
like, wow, I really learned something, didn't I? Take that, teachers that said I'm not capable of learning. I chose pixel art and a simple color palette because I knew if it takes too much work, I may quit again. The fact that I had a purpose to actually finish a game, which was making a video about it, helped me tremendously. Finished game had wave spawner, different enemies with their own unique animations and attacks, and the player felt pretty snappy.
Oh, if I make a game, I'll make it like a story based, like something with, there's lore to it. I really love lore and stuff. I think that's what I make, like Kojima. Like Kojima games.
As the first game, I rated 6 out of 10. With new confidence in my skills, I thought I should make something harder and more unique for my second game, which led me to make my worst game to this day, my voice-controlled game.
Oh, did you make that?
Using tile palette, I painted entire level.
What makes it worst? The game feels extremely unresponsive, the story is poorly thought out and insensitive, and the gameplay is just not fun, nor is it unique. My pixel art got better, the game had actual colors in it. The code though was a complete mess. Everything was entangled together, I was using singleton pattern everywhere because I thought it's so handy to reach anything from anywhere. I was wrong, and now I hate singletons. As a second game, 1 out of 10. Okay, it had cool walk animation, 1.5 out of 10. I had 2 games running on PC and decided to try making a mobile game next. After several failed prototypes, I came up with an idea for the tower building platformer type of game. I wasn't really focused on making a lot of features or a super exciting game. I wanted to learn new things and see how those things work. And I did. I learned how inputs work on different platforms, how to implement achievements for the game. Even though I would do them completely differently now, they worked at the time. I also experimented a bit with particle system and was really surprised of just how much can it do. Speaking about surprises, I learned how to put ads in your game and... Wait, how much has it actually made me? Wow. As my first mobile game, 3 out of 10. Could be worse. So far I was making only 2D games, and it was time to change that. I remembered playing Swords and Sandals as a kid and decided to make something similar in 3D. I had no experience with modeling, so I watched some videos of this guy and got an idea how to work with Blender fairly quick.
Blender.
Since I am not terrible at drawing, I sort of knew how most things should look in
Oof,
3D.
that's-
A way harder concept for me to grasp was different
good for me.
textures, materials and shaders and how they work together. But I learned a thing or two about them and even made some of my own. When I was making a world for the game, I didn't use Unity's terrain tool so I could keep a low poly look, which now looking back was just dumb. I had to plant each tree, rock or grass individually, and it was a nightmare. It was also
Oh.
the first time I encountered low FPS in my game.
Oh,
So I did a lot of reading on how to optimize your games. Of course it doesn't mean I used the stuff I learned, but hey, at least I knew how to do it if I ever wanted to. Then I started learning about inverse kinematics and made this cool thing where NPC looks at you when you get close. I also made some adjustments so the player can stand firmly on the ground. I got way better at making particle systems and visual effects, and of course fell in love with post-processing, especially
what is that?
Bloom. Everybody loves
Oh
Bloom.
my god.
So, to summarize, I learned a lot. The finished game has a shop system, changeable equipment, pretty fun fights, an epic boss battle, and a lot of other stuff. So as my first 3D game, 7 out of 10. And we move on to my last game so far. A game I made for Bracky's Game Jam. It's a short puzzle kind of game with these weird puzzles and non-Euclidean geometry. The main thing I learned here was how to work way faster, which is one of the things I struggle most with. Now I know what you are thinking. The video is called 1 year of learning game development, but I only
Yeah.
took you through 10 months. Well, you see,
That's 10 months? Wow, it's
because
fast.
I can see the future. And I can tell you that next time I will make a game using Microsoft Paint. And for the game
What?
after that, I'm gonna make a League of Legends ripoff and reach Challenger in it.
What the fuck?
Make sure to subscribe so you get notified when I'll do it. To see how I made the game you are seeing right now, click a video right here. This one is 9 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, I kind of hope for Unity. I'm looking at stuff that you can make on there, yeah, like what kind of stuff. Trying to get some idea and motivations, maybe inspirations a bit. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, one thing for sure, I gotta make something today. Okay. I did say I want to make a banking thing. That's gonna be hard. Oh shit. I'm gonna start it basically. I'm gonna start it now. I'll probably maybe tomorrow. Hmm. New project. Oh no, console up. Banking. Okay. Banking app. Let's go. Does it work? Hmm? Ah. Hello world. Let's go. What are we gonna name this thing? Actually, I have no idea I'm gonna do this. The bank. The bank. The banko. Bang na lang, bang. Actually don't know how to do this. That I do have to apply classes in this one. So, in that term, actually, actually, the last time that I did this, I make I made this, something, how it would work or something, I think in MS Paint, I think I did. So, let's try app. Do you have apps for that? What do you call that? Do you do that? What do you call that? It's, what the fuck is that? Directions. Ano ba yun? Ano ba tawag? Nakalimutan ko na eh. Um, what do you do? What do you do for me in an app? It's called graph something. Graph ini. Flowchart. Flowchart. There you fucking go. Let's go. Oh my god. Diagram. Oh, please ensure JavaScript is enabled. That's kind of risky. Okay. Main UI. Then we're gonna make. Hindi. Banking information muna or something. Info. There you go. Parang ano to eh, if else statements lang naman to eh. I don't know how you make these, but basically I'm just trying to make my own. Actually, I'm not doing it like that. Okay, then main. Ano ba? Password ba yun? Pin yun, di ba? Whatever. Main. Ano ba? Ano nakalagay sa main yung ano yung mga choices? So for example, balance. So, withdraw. Ano ba nakalagay sa mga banking? Actually, ATM gagawin ko. ATM. Menu. Menu. Transfer. Hindi, simple lang tayo. Huwag na tayo mag-change pin. Hindi mag-save eh. We didn't exit pala din, no? I think I should make this in one straight direction. Actually, no. No. Withdraw, ano ba ba? Change pin, ano ba ba? Get cash. Transfer. Oh, sige, lagay na yung transfer. Pero ewan ko lang hindi magka-successful to. Transfer. So, tatlong menu. Pwede ba yun? Yung tatlo? Eh, oh, tatlo. Wala kayong tatlo. Yan. There you go. Ayan yung mga choices. Pero yung gagawin natin ng functions. Ha. Ano ba? Electric bill payment. Ngayon, ayun, ganyan o. Yan. Wait lang, wala pa tayo dyan. Wait lang. Pero dat ganyan yun, magiging itsura niya. This one, there you go. Please insert. Ah, yun muna pala. Please insert. Insert card. Kasi insert card pa eh, no? So, wala naman palang card. Ah, that's fine. Main. Yan yung main. Yan yung gawin ng main. Withdraw, transfer balance. Ano pa ba? Ano yung deposit? Hindi ko alam yung deposit eh. Ah, deposit maglagay ka. Okay. This is a great app. Ano, I just stumbled upon this actually. Great siya. Okay, deposit. This is great. Deposit. Ano pa ba? Transfer naman, transfer. Huwag na. What else? You need a pin for sure. Ayun lang, change pin. Huwag lang change pin. I mean, we can set a pin already. You know what? I'll do a change pin thingy. That's maybe good. Let's do that. Change pin. I have no idea what I'm doing. Actually, I'm literally just doing like literally what I'm think is supposed to be doing. That's well, I have no idea what I'm doing. So, let me see here. Any ano pa yan eh. I should actually do that. Enter your card. The options pala yan. Options. Paano maglagay ng line? Dapat nakaset na yung ano niya, yung main, yung money niya, you know. I mean, I'm doing only a demonstration since I can't really put like real money on this thing. And view my balance. Transfer. My god, you just show me the thing. Ayun, 4 nga lang. Sa akin nga 5 eh. May change pin pa ako, malala ako eh. But I mean, paano ko ba yung change yung pin ko kasi, I did this before. Can you change pins? To be honest, you can't actually use that since like after that program actually ends, you can do it again. So, it's not much of a difference or usage of it. That's only fair. It's like I think I'll make a balance. So every time nyari magbabawas si balance ng ano. So ilang insert card, there's 6 pin options, withdraw. So mag-less lang siya na mag-less. Then paano yung deposit? Add deposit, add money. Okay. Oh, meron pa checkings tsaka savings, no? That's kinda cool. Enter up transfer amount 1,000. I could make this in Python. This is fun to make in Python. Enter amount. Should I make a transfer button like literally? Is it really? How do you transfer money? I haven't done that. I don't know that. Kailangan mag-enter ng pin. Di ba ganun yun? I actually don't know. Main function, display balance. Yun, display. I don't know how to make transfer works. Lahat naman to lalabagsak sa update save eh. I need to get an idea out of this. I don't know how ATM works properly. I know how to use ATMs, but like not in this kind of scenario. How does it work? Display. Ito lang naman, display lang naman to literal actually. So this is gonna loop. All of this is gonna loop inside of this basically. I still don't get how to make transfer. I don't know. Should I maybe add that to a later feature? I still don't know how to make transfer. Or maybe you could just make it like ask. Okay, I'm gonna make ask something.
create an ATM sim. Going to check this with you.
No, just show me how the fuck they work. I don't need to know. The switch, yeah. Maraming if else yan. Expected. Just withdraw. That's all you do. What about the other buttons? Does that do anything?
Hey, what's
Sa Python. Okay, sa Python.
Hey, what's going on? So with the majority of our code, we'll place it within a while loop. While this will pause it.
Oh, you know what? Maybe that's a great idea. Kasi ako, I don't see use their functions for yung classes. But it will be nice. Wait, may kanyo man. ATM machine. Classic. Oh, classic. Yeah, you need a pin, I know. Oh yeah, you should make a maximize thing. Oh yo, let's say actually what I did last time is I make a list of the things I want to add on it. ATM machine. I want to have a 6-pin. 6-pin. Oh no, actually 4-pin. I said 6-pin. 6-pin password. Hindi mo siya pwede reset kasi hindi siya nag-save eh. But we'll maybe try to make it do that. Maybe if I can. Error. Specific. Many tries. Okay, I want to tap that. I'll have 4. Yeah. No transfer, no? See, it's too complicated to the transfer thing. Very right. Yep, it's gonna be another while loop. Balance or save. Ano yun naman? Ano ba? Decreases. Yeah, deposit amount. Multiple accounts. I don't know how to make that. Like transaction history. Ito gagawin ko to. So account pin. Man, this is too much. I can make this. Just I can make this. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. Authenticate. Account only can manages my ETM only manages interaction. How so? How do you make multiple users in an ATM? God damn. Is that a restaurant? What the fuck? Fuck it, dive right in. I'm gonna dive right in. Okay. Let's see. Enter then okay na. I don't know, just make it fake it. Okay. So basically, if you wanna make a enter a 6 pin, you're gonna have to make a specific value. It's gonna be an if else statement again. No, read line. Can you add something on a read line? No, you can't. Okay. I will update this later. I'll think about it. This is too much. I just wanted something to start. Please enter. Let me see first. Actually, I have to convert it to a digit. That works, okay. So now, let me make something. Yeah, in 32 ata yun. What's going on? Ano nangyari? Nakalimutan ko na gumawa nito. Okay, let's 3. What am I doing wrong? I'm trying to convert the text. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. What am I doing again? What? You message ko about 30. Wow. Wow. Wait, so that means I can't do anymore? Wow. Fuck you, Copilot. Akala ko libre lang si Copilot. Man, no. Oh my goodness. Of course, it's Microsoft. You have to pay for it now. Oh my gosh. No? $30 per month. Oh no. No, no. Akala ko libre lang yun. Man, oh my goodness. That sucks. Okay, screw you. No. Get the fuck out. What the fuck did I do? Ako to my god, hindi ko siya ma-X. Si ChatGPT, free. Oh my gosh. Yun lang ba yun? Oh my goodness. Lagi ko nang mamali talaga, sobrang sensitive. C# eh. Ay, sorry. Okay. Fuck nangyari. Meron, alam ko merong continue ba yun? Wala. Hindi na alam kung continue something eh. Pero if ganyan, nalagyan mo ng while loop yan. Ayan, nalagyan mo na siya ng while loop. Try lang. I'm not gonna do anything right now. Just testing. Welcome to the bank. Try lang. Oh, ano nga pala, sorry. Okay. So, basically, okay na si pin. Okay na yung pin, okay na yung starting. So, now ito yung menu. Lalabas na yung menu. No, I actually used in Python before. Alam ko gumamit ako ng functions or something. Sa ano yun? To-do list v2. Yung pinaka-basic. Yeah, I did use def add task. Add task. Saan naman ito eh? Should I make that into methods? Mas madali kasi talaga if that's the way. Into methods, no? Ang name natin sa kanya. Balance na lang muna. Parang walang methods? How do you do that again? Man, I forgot. I forgot. Pero lagay mo na muna yung yung remaining balance. Dapat naka-fix na yun eh. Pwede ba? Actually, let me see. Possible ba yun? Okay, yes, it is possible. So, fix C balance. Since simulator lang naman to. So, fix C balance na 9999 for now. Babawas pa yan. Wala, hindi make may couple of methods around. Case 1. Kasi ayoko nyan. Ayoko mag case 1 eh. Paano nga ulit? Nakakalimutan ko talaga. Did I make a tic-tac-toe? I don't remember. Did I? I don't. Oh. No, hindi ko siya natapos. Oh, shit. Okay. I think I supposed to do a tic-tac-toe pero hindi ko na siya nagawa. What happened here? I don't remember anything about this. I don't remember. I will do that. Is it Magic 8 Ball? I don't remember. This is a race. Man. My goodness. Ayun, public void something. Yep. No, should I make it to classes first? Okay lang ba siya i-public? Public void? Or I can just make it... Oh, yeah, void. Void is fine. Showbal na lang. Showbal. Console. Right line. I need to use switches kasi if else ako ng if else dyan. So I make switches. Ay, oo nga, establish ko pala muna yung mga ano. Ano ba yan? Oh, man. Man, I've lost my things. Oh my god. So, like what I did, establish ko muna to. Like this, they're all the same thing anyways. And if one, add task. Yeah. No, actually, it's fine. No, actually just show, ano, console.write line lahat yan. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can just console.write line all of it for now. Then, same na lang. I need, ano ba yung next sa flowchart? Deposit, withdraw. Tatlo lang ba? Okay, whatever. Wait. Draw. Okay, this is pretty basic now. Iintindihin ko muna of how classes works because I still don't know how to apply it here. But for now, I'm just do what I can, okay? Choice na lang. Choice. There you go. Bakit red? Wait lang kasi. Showball. Showball lang yun. Showball. Baka hindi siya nai-exist. Nasa install lang siya ng loop. I don't think I could put it inside the loop, right? Do I need to put the thing inside the loop? Do I? I don't actually don't remember, but okay. Let's break. Ano to? Ah, here, okay. Oh, ba't di pa na siya nag-exist? Ah, kasi if na siya, so elif na lang. May elif kaya dito. I don't know. Walang else. May else if ba sa ano? Hindi ko actually natake din ah. I didn't know actually. Else if nga. It'll work kasi nasa while loop ako. Actually, ganun din if eh. Kasi nasa outside ako ng if loop. Inside ako na ano ang mali? Hindi. Okay. Ginawa ko pala siya yung string. Sorry na. Show bal. Okay. Okay. Let's try. Try. Kita ba? Okay, kita naman. So, insert your card. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Okay, nakita naman. 999. Bam, balance RAM, not good but bad. Then, ano pa ba? Lagyan mo nga ito ng mga 1. Ang hirap tignan eh. Sa mata eh. Okay. Bam, not bad. Oh, ayun naman yung error. Yun lang, end mo lang pala yung ano. Nice. Okay. Actually, almost same lang to nung past project ko kaya tinitingnan ko talaga. This one. It's very similar. Actually, if you made this one, actually you can make almost anything. This is all fundamental of most programs or machines. Ano machines? Menus. That's how you make menus eh. Showball. Ano yan? Showball. Ano na withdraw. So, lagay mo lang dito. Wait. I might have fucked myself up, but this one needs an output eh. Gawa muna tayo nito. Lahat siya may done. Oh my god, sobrang redundant naman ito. If task done. Alam ko pwede naman siya is as something eh. Alam ko lang po. Parang redundant na. Lahat may done. I'll just do this one and I'm done for now. Kailangan ko ng output. How much something? Readline, diba? Okay. Before this one, you have to ask first. So, wait line. So this one's gonna be a variable. Input. yan, amount. Int amount equals convert that to int 32. Tapos ngayon, amount. Yan. Size natin yan. Alam ko hindi naman eh. Balance rem. Ano ba yun? Paano yun? Ako hindi alabasin dyan eh. Oh my goodness. Withdraw. Okay, let's see if yung logic ko is tama. I don't know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, show my balance 2. Withdraw, how much? 1,000. Huy, remaining balance is 1,000. Nyari. What the hell happened? Okay. Ay, equals! Sorry. Ayun. Sorry. Well, increment. Wait, new object. Ano? But si Microsoft ba na-hack or whatever? But parang lahat ng Microsoft things na binubuksan ko today walang nabukas. Oh. Why mine isn't like nag-loading lang? What the hell's happening? It's kind of alarming. What the hell's fucking happening? Mine is any Microsoft related like to that. Open reachable. Why mine isn't? The fuck? Ano yan? Ba't ganun? This is Azure. This is different one. The main Microsoft one is like, no. Bakit shut down? What the hell is happening? Yung cloud, pero like yung front nila, nada. Look at that. You need to enable JavaScript. Di ba naka-enable? Oh, that's why. Okay, whatever. Auto. Ano nangyari? Ano nangyari? May equal sign ata yun or something. Okay, ano ba yun? Ay, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Okay, there you go. It works. Ayun pala. Mali ko lang na pala ako ng equal sign. It's pretty basic. Yun, I could actually finish the thing. Okay. Sige na muna. If choice na lang muna. Ay, ano muna. I'm fine with this for now. This is basically the standard. Ano, i-update lang natin siya. Or improve. But for now, it's fine. If choice 3, ano ba? Deposit. So, this will add. Eh, same lang naman dun. Amount 1. Pangalit amount 1. Sabagay, pinarin ko pala yung your balance is, no? Nasaan na yun? Hindi, no. Actually, no. Whatever. Baliktad lang. Plus equals amount. I think baliktad. I think amount muna. Before itong balance RAM. There you go. Ito, amount 1. Amount 1 yung pangalan niya. There you go. Let's try. Oh, sira na naman. Base up lang tong ginagawa ko kasi hindi ko I don't still understand the how can I apply classes into this. It's a very complicated thing. Actually, I didn't expect it to be that complicated. It's very complicated. This for me. So withdraw 1,000. Okay. And I'll deposit 5. Parang nabawasan. Wait lang. Wait. Parang nabawasan. What happened? 899 siya. Then nag 5. Bawasan nga anyari. What nagbawas? So am I doing it right? So tama nga siguro yung kaganina. Wait lang. Let's try that again. Lagay ko na yung if choice 4. Ano naman ito eh? Break. Ayun ako niya. Oh, stop. Withdraw 1,000. Then 3 deposit tayo ulit ng 1,000. Oh, nabawasan na naman. Anyari? What happened? Withdraw amount 1. Int amount 1 sa iba. Si amount tsaka si amount 1. Iba yun. Tsaka deposit. Int amount 1. Yep, amount 1. Deposit ba yung nakala? Oh my god. My goodness. Oh my god. Sobrang... Okay. insert your card. Pin. Show balance, you have 99. To withdraw, 1,000. Bam. To deposit, ulit ng 1,000. Bam. Okay, 4. Okay, so ito na yung base. Base up, almost same nito, I think. Pero ito mas simple lang kasi ano lang naman siya. Napaka-base lang na. Then mag-add lang tayo ng features. Yun yung magiging complicated part. But this is basically it. Let's try. Hindi ko naman lalagyan ng ano ng mga rotations para mas simple kasi hindi pa siya masyadong tapos. But ito siya, console right line, you have the header. Ito siya, bank simulator. Then yung balance, naka-stock siya sa 999. So starting yun. Ito yung mga functions or the, methods. So una natin, may yan, see may yan. Ito muna, enter your 6 pin. Convert mo yung 6 pin to pin. If yung pin is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 true, then tutuloy siya sa loop. Loop, we have the main menu. Then you have choice. So if yung choice mo between 1, 2, 3, and 4, papasok siya dito sa mga if choices natin. If 1, lalabas yung show balance. Teka lang, naman tayo. So show bal. Yung show bal. Void show balance. Your balance is balance rem. So lalabas si 999. Then choice 2. Choice 2 mo naman, input your amount. Hingi ka ng input. Lalabas siya sa withdraw, which is withdraw. Nagagawa ng withdraw is balance rem minus equals amount. Minus lang naman yan. So ito, minus mo dito. Then console at right line niya yung natitirang balance remaining or balance rem. So once nandito na to, mag-update naman yan dito. Okay. Per 3, ganun din. Almost same nito. Input the amount, get an input, return it to integer. Then you are going to plus naman since deposit. You add money. So yan, your remaining balance is balance rem. Then mag-add lang siya. And 4, simply break the loop. Mag-end yung pinaka-program. That's basically it for this. Mag-add na lang ako ng features. But that's that for now. Okay. Save. Save, there you go. I-post ko na lang yung code dyan sa description if you want to copy. That's it for now.